Welcome everybody. We're now on step 8 on the process of how you move beyond mediocrity. One of the things that Dr. John Andrews is going to talk about today is the art of self-encouragement. If you're going to be successful, you're going to have to learn to encourage yourself, because you may not have everybody else around you to encourage you, because ain't nobody else want to be successful. So John Andrews is really going to break this down today. So really take this on board. This is an important topic. So please give yourself that time to watch. It's only 3-4 minutes. Lock the doors down, watch this and be blessed.
Perfectly into chapter 8 actually, because chapter 8 is about the art of self-encouragement.
Yeah.
And one of the great things you say here is, how can I fly like an eagle when I'm surrounded by turkey? and I love that. And the thing is, you know, whether that be your past, okay, or your present, you're looking around, you could easily have the blame culture. I wasn't born into a rich family, or they told me I was dumb. But what you're saying on chapter 8 is the art of self-encouragement. But the question is, when you're in those situations, how do you encourage yourself? It sounds great.
Yeah.
But how do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you soar like an eagle amongst turkeys?
Yeah. The phrase, by the way, was inspired by a fridge magnet on my mother-in-law's fridge. That's her sense of humour. I think it's a profound question because the art of self-encouragement, again, is a biblical one.
Yeah.
So it's not just an issue of positive psychology.
Yeah.
In the Bible, it's an issue of biblical truth. And the story where we get that sort of phrase from is King David, or he wasn't king then.
Yeah.
He's a fugitive. Something had badly gone wrong, and it says his mighty men turned against him, and they threatened to kill him. And it says David encouraged himself in the Lord. Now, the root word literally means to reconnect to something.
Yeah.
So what the question is, what does David reconnect to?
Yeah.
In David's life, he reconnects to 3 things: the presence of God,
Yeah.
the promise of God, and the purpose of God.
Yeah.
Now, if you're listening to this and you're not a Christian or a follower of Jesus, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But to take the principle step back, it means this: in order to self-encourage, you've got to connect to something bigger than the moment.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if I'm not a Christian, how can I connect to God?
Yeah.
I understand that. But if you're not a Christian, you've got to connect to something bigger than the moment you're in.
Right.
So that then you look at the big picture, or you look at the possibility, or you look at the opportunity beyond the circumstance you're in, and you connect to that truth, you connect to that life.
Yeah.
David connects to the presence of God.
Yeah.
He reminds himself of what God says, and then he does the thing that God told him to do. So he literally, in the midst of his challenge, reconnects to something. And the idea of self-encouragement is to connect again to truth. He connects himself literally to God.
Excellent.
So if I can learn to connect to a truth.
Yeah.
So my school teacher says, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
Well, is that the truth or not?
Yeah.
So if I believe that's the truth, then I am an idiot. I end up becoming trapped by those words.
Yeah.
If, however, I connect to a truth that my headmaster said, actually, you're brilliant.
Yeah.
You've got ability. You've got potential. I see something in you. Okay, now I've got 2 truths.
Yeah.
I've got an idiot truth, and I can be anything I want to be truth. Here's the choice. Who am I going to believe?
Right.
That's the moment of self-encouragement. That's the moment where I break free from the prison house of history.
Yeah.
And I embrace the opportunity of destiny.
So,
if I listen to the idiot comment, then I am trapped in the prison house of history.
Yeah.
If I listen to "you've got great potential" comment, I am liberated to the opportunity of destiny.
So no matter what comes, you can just hold on to that truth, and I encourage myself that everything else may be going
absolutely
belly up around me, but I know the truth that I have destiny and a purpose.
One of my great heroes,
and
I suppose for millions of people, Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
I've read his book Long Walk to Freedom.
Yeah.
And in there he talked about growing a garden, literally cultivating a garden on Robben's Island prison. And his garden was his way of finding freedom in the prison. And when he grew the garden, it reminded him he was a human being. He was a man of value. He was a man of destiny. He was a man of purpose. He was a man of innovation and creativity. He wasn't an animal. He wasn't a number. He wasn't just a prisoner. He was a man of destiny. And I love that. And he's able to walk away from Robben Island after 27 years and lead a country.
Yeah.
Not to a bloodbath, which many predicted,
To peace.
but to peace.
Yeah.
Now that's probably the greatest example in the 21st century of a man not being trapped by his history and embracing his destiny. Nelson Mandela. Outstanding.
Fantastic.